The caregiver. Dear Iseult, I am in desperate need. A friend of mine has contacted me about her funeral on the 2nd of February. I know this isn't your speciality, but I need a recipe to heal her. I have tried remaking her soup, but replacing the wooden spoon with a sunflower and adding the sweet-smelling herbs the Welsh use in traditional funerals. I know I'm hurrying you. She has told me that yellow is the colour of balance. Perhaps this is important? Maybe you must make your recipes backwards in order to reverse the effect. Lots of love. Ieuan. Dear Mayor, I'm elated to hear from you. I fear my stress may have been interpreted as rudeness. I have missed you so dearly. I'm so sorry to hear about your funeral, but I would love to come. I don't know how your funeral will play out, but I would recommend some Welsh traditions. After your family wash your body and place you on a table, all mirrors are covered up, curtains are closed, and sweet-smelling herbs are to be placed next to you. The gwylnos, or wake as you may know it, happens the night before your burial. You must not be left on your own at any point during this time. I will happily visit you and stay with you if your family need a helping hand. I will read you The Heart of the Lonely Hunter and tales of Welsh mythology to try and revive you. I will contact my friend Iseult in regards to you. I don't want you to die. Iseult is a chef. She creates unique dishes, and I hope she will be able to help. If the worst does happen, I will be sure everyone wears black gloves at your service, and those who don't clearly aren't in sorrow. In lighter news, I am glad you get on with the dog so well. The dog can be useful to you. He is loud. Perhaps attach him to a belonging you frequently lose. When you fear it lost, you can call his name and he should guide you towards the lost item. He is also an excellent guard dog, so your possession will be safe from strangers. If he is still worried about me, let him smell this letter. Hopefully the smell of his home will calm him. The soup needed a sunflower. Try replacing the wooden spoon with a sunflower and stir more violently. Otherwise it was delicious. Try it with a glass of warm water. I remember your hair long. I am intrigued as to how you look. I have attached a portrait of myself as I am not sure the last time we spoke in person. How did I not think of yellow? I will try it immediately and let you know how it goes. I will get back in touch with you after I hear from Iseult. Until then, always keep a bag of sweet-smelling herbs on your person. Lots of love, Ieuan. P.S. Can I help you with anything else? Let me worry about something so that you can think more clearly.
The Orphan. Click. Disturbing. Not in use. Click. Categories. Opportunity. Practical. Dust. Conference. Verb. It. Fell through. Water. Trespassing. Smell. Impressive. House. Building. Summer. You're not supposed to. Kitchen. Courtyard. Hello, Izzy. I have these words, but would like it very much if you had them. Put them to good use, perhaps. To me, they're ugly and hard. Vertical blinds, brackets, doctors. Cheap kettle. P.S. Have these too.
The Ruler. My dearest Ieuan, your guess is wrong. Look at the O's at the bottom of the page. I fear life would be flavourless without my poisons. Maybe I even need it to live, like ichors of the gods. Thank you for the pomegranate. I ate it over this letter. I let the juice drip onto the page. I like the change to my usual poison, but the bits of mould were a nice surprise. I recorded the sound it made as I bit into it. You should hear it when I see you next. Like 1,000 apples eaten at once. I would never ordinarily go about prolonging life. I think there is a reason for everything. Even my place in the world, I believe, is to restore balance. Death is a beginning, not an end. Is it not selfish to keep your friend from her new beginning? A better idea might be to go with her. I'll help, because despite my tendencies, you are good to me, and you have passed a fair few tests. My first thought was the blood of a gorgon, ironically the opposite of the yellow ichor. Even a drop of gorgon blood would be enough to bring her back from death. This, I believe, is a very last resort, however. I spoke to the Irish goddess Brige. She recommended the water from the sacred well at Kilferna in Coclair. I will warn you, Brige is a firm believer in the cycles of 19. On the 20th year after your friend drinks the water, she will die. The water is an extension of life, not the promise of a long one. Either way, the proper order of things is being disrupted. But what are rules for if not to be broken? Love, Iseult. P.S. If you do decide on gorgon blood, make sure to take it from the right side. The left is fatal.
The Sage. I awake to the murmur of the heating that rises up inside of me. Alarms begin ringing, toilets flushing. One eye is yanked open, the other remains closed. I am seated for the day's performance. After breakfast, I am given a breath of fresh air, open and close. Some days I can predict the proceedings, however recently I have found my movement quite restricted. It is a lonely life living with people inside of me. You, sorrow. Weep no more, nor sigh nor groan. Sorrow calls, no time that's gone. Violets plucked, the sweetest rain, makes not fresh nor grown again. Trim your locks, look cheerfully, fate's hidden ends no eye can see. Joys as winged dreams fly fast, why should sorrows longer last? Grief is but a wound to woe, gentle fair, mourn, mourn no mo. Dear all, I am writing to you to invite you to the celebration of my life. Tuesday, 2nd of February, 2021. 10 a.m. Anywhere, any place. M. And Polo said, "The inferno of the living is not something that will be. If there is one, it is what is already here. The inferno where we live every day, that we form by being together. There are two ways to escape suffering it. The first is easy for many. Accept the inferno and become such a part of it that you can no longer see it. The second is risky and demands constant vigilance and apprehension. Seek and learn to recognize who and what, in the midst of the inferno, are not inferno. Then make them endure. Give them space."